Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Worst Possible Commander Show. It's me at CGB here with my friend Shay.
Hello.
And Ben.
Hello.
And Blake.
Hi.
And we're going to play some Worst Possible Commander for you. And we call it the Worst Possible Commander Show because we describe the worst possible things our decks can do to each other as our Rule Zero conversation. A sponsor of this show, as always, CoolStuffInc.com. Use the promo code WORST. WORST, and you'll get a 5% discount on your order and show your love for the show. Go ahead and pre-order Phyrexia. All will be one. I'm excited about that. It's got a certain Praetor, doubles like all triggered abilities and turns off everybody else's.
Yeah.
We're probably going to do that on the show. That'll be fun. Leave things in the comments that we should do for the launch of Phyrexia. All will be one, because we love doing launch day shows. Today's show is, just kind of, we picked some commanders that we really wanted to play. Mine is one that a patron sent in, so I've got that one to roll, and I am playing the Scarab God. So this is about as honest magic as it gets with me. Some good, honest tribal synergies. I'm making a whole bunch of zombies. Probably the worst possible thing I will do to any of you is cast Army of the Damned, and then everybody loses 13 life on my upkeep, at least, if they survive. And there aren't any combo kills, anything like that. There might be some counter spells and board wipes, because what would I be doing if I didn't drive you a little crazy? But for the most part, we're going zombie crazy. Shay, what did you bring for us, and what is the worst possible thing you're going to do?
Yeah, so today I am playing Go-shintai of Life's Origin. So this is shrines. The deck is all about shrine synergy. So obviously the commander is going to make me a ton of 1/1 shrines. And then for my worst possible, I've got Sanctum of All, which is going to allow me to tutor for a shrine and my upkeep. It also is going to trigger my shrine abilities if I have 6 or more on the battlefield. But I'm really hoping to use Sanctum of All to grab all of my sweet, sweet shrine babies that will hopefully fill up the board and do very cool things and help me to win the game.
So it's like you've traded in all of your creature attacky synergies for here's just a pile of enchantments.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Aren't you going to miss the combat step, Shay?
I do have some fun main phase pre-combat triggers, so I'm going to be enjoying those. Maybe that's going to offset my sadness about the combat phase, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It's now Shay doing triggers.
Yes.
Yep, this is Triggered Shay. Ben, what have you brought today? Who's your commander? What's the worst possible thing you're going to do?
So, in the light of Elishnorn coming out in the new set, I figured I'd get Yarok the Desecrated out before it just totally gets destroyed. So
S for Yarok.
Sad, dude.
You're just going to have to take it apart.
yeah.
Put
So,
it on eBay.
So of course I've Panharmonicon to even double it again for artifacts and creatures. So when something enters, or not double it, does that? Additional time, yeah. So 3 ETB triggers instead of only 2. So who wants 3 Avenger of Zendikar cards with 3 times the amount of lands I have as plants?
That's a lot of plans.
It's a lot of plants.
Oh yeah.
Respect.
Welcome to the greenhouse.
Hopefully that's my worst possible, and I'll do it this game.
All right, Blake, what have you brought? Who's your commander? What's the worst possible thing you're going to do to me? I mean us.
Oh, no, you were right the first time. I'm playing Osgir the Reconstructor. This is a Patreon request by Helix Firefly. So thanks for allowing me to do to CGB what I'm about to explain. So Osgir lets me create multiple copies of artifacts from my graveyard. One of the fun ways I'm going to win is Hellkite Tyrant, which says the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. What I'm most excited for, in CGB we'll recall this on the 2nd episode of the show where he took control of my turn. I'm going to make a bunch of Mind Slavers. I'm going to take CGB's turn multiple turns in a row. I'm not going to take my other friends' turns. I'm just going to take all of CGB's turns.
That's fun.
Oh, it's going to be
That's
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to love that. Yeah,
Yep.
that is the worst possible. I guess you have to die. All right. Well, we've introduced the decks and the nasty things they're going to do to me. I mean us. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. we've got our hands, and Ben, you are going first.
I will draw for turn. I will play a Yavimaya Hollow, which taps for a colorless or a green and tap, and it regenerates a target creature. And I will tap that for a colorless and play Amulet of Vigor. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield tapped and under my control, I untap it. And I'm done playing.
Yavimaya Hollow is the most Ben land I've ever seen. All right, I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to play a Marsh Flats. I'm going to play a Mishra's Bauble. I'm going to crack it, and I want to look at CGB's top card of his deck.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. And
happy
then
about it?
I'm going to... What's that?
Is it good?
It's a card.
You like it?
No. Go ahead. You'll see it in about 2 seconds.
Okay.
Go ahead, buddy.
All right, it's my upkeep.
Draw a card.
All right, draw for turn. It's a good one to know about.
Yes.
Snow-covered island, done.
All right, draw for turn. I'm gonna play this Triome. Enters tapped.
Ketria Triumph.
Ketria Triome, thank you. Pass to you, Ben.
I'm just going to quickly Marsh Flats. Sack it. I got a tapped Sacred Foundry. Go ahead, Ben.
Right. I'll untap, draw for turn. I will play this Opulent Palace, but because it entered my battlefield tapped, I will untap it.
Ooh.
Look at that. And I will tap 2 and play an Arcane Signet. And yeah, I'm going to tap that for green and play Dig Up, just casting it without the cleave cost. So I search for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it in my hand, and then shuffle. All right, I got a forest, and I'll go to my hand. Your turn, Blake.
All right, I'm going to untap. I'm going to play a Plateau. And I'm going to play an Arcane Signet of my own.
Does it feel different to cast it off a plateau?
Feels better. Feels like it should tap for 2. I like it. CGB, your turn.
Draw for turn. Going to play Dark Water Catacombs. And I'll play an Arcane Signet. Then I'm done.
Jay, if you don't have an Arcane Signet, you're not part of the group.
We'll see what I draw.
Come on, Shay.
Come on.
No, no.
You can't sit with us.
I'll leave.
Signet boys.
Yeah. So we call ourselves.
Shay's going to destroy us.
Yikers.
We're dead.
I'll play a swap. Then I'll tap my Triumph for a green for a Destiny Spinner. Creature and enchantment spells you control can't be countered.
Boo! Boo! Wait, why are you booing?
I don't know.
I was gonna be like, anybody else mad? No, just me. But he's such a bandwagon.
I got mob mentality, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I will pass.
I'll play a forest. I'll tap 4 to play Court of Bounty, which is an enchantment, and when it enters, I become the monarch. At the beginning of my upkeep, you may play a land card from your hand on the battlefield. If you're the monarch, instead, I may put a creature or land from my hand on the battlefield.
So did you bring the crown?
All right, Ben, you're the monarch now?
Yes, I am.
All hail King Ben.
Ben.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Monarch.
Oh, and then I draw off the monarch at my end step. Yes.
All right, I'm going to untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to play a mountain. We're going to spend 4.
I dare you to not cast your commander.
Do you double dog dare me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
I'm playing my commander. Helix, this is for you. You made me break a double dog dare. And then it's going to be your turn.
All right. Can I get a read on Osgir?
Yeah, so 4/4 Vigilance. I can pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. Target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. X, untap it. Exile an artifact card with mana value X from your graveyard. Create 2 tokens that are copies of the exiled card. Activate only as a sorcery.
I will play a swamp. I will tap these 2, and I'll cast a Thought Vessel. I will cast a Dark Ritual. Make this blue from the Signet, and I will cast the Scarab God.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
That was pretty good.
So this is 5/5 God. At the beginning of the upkeep, each opponent loses X, and I scry X, where X is the number of zombies I control. 2 blue, black, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. is a 5/5, and when Scarab God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. I'm done.
I'm gonna play Marsh Flats. Pay a life. Sacrifice it to go grab a Plains or Swamp card. All right, so I grabbed a Temple Garden, and I'm gonna shotgun it so it doesn't enter tapped. Then I will play Verduran Enchantress. Whenever you play an enchantment spell, you may draw a card. Oh, I suppose I'll mosey on over to combat. I'm gonna send my Destiny Spinner to bed.
No.
Oh.
Traitor to the king. Okay, I take 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of a king of darkness, you will have a queen!
Yeah! Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'll move to my end step, draw because I'm the monarch, and pass.
After untap at upkeep, I will trigger Court of Bounty to put a land onto the battlefield. I will play this swamp. Then I will go to draw step, draw a card. We'll play my Morphic Pool for turn. Enters untapped if there are 2 or more opponents.
It could just enter
That's-
tapped, that's fine. Because of
Yeah,
Amulet of
but-
Vigor.
Yeah, true.
But this, I don't even have to use it. This is
True.
I will tap 4 to play a sad robot. I'll put an island on the battlefield from Solemn, and it enters tapped, but because of Amulet, it will enter untapped. Or untap itself.
The real question is, can you use it?
I will tap that island
Oh.
and play a Shadow Spear.
Ooh.
I will tap 2 to equip the Shadow Spear, because why not?
Dang.
That sad robot's a happy robot with a Shadow Spear now. He's got a weapon. And that is it. Blake, go ahead.
All right. Gonna move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Shay, I'll attack you for 4.
That's Queen Shay.
To you.
Shady.
Machete.
Excellent. I appreciate the respect, CGB, thank you. No blocks, 4.
I'll give you the honors.
There you go.
Really? The crown on the hat.
Yeah,
That's very
rough.
regal.
I'm gonna spend 3. I'm gonna play a Jessica's Will.
Ooh.
Shay has 6 cards in hand, so if that resolves, which is quite likely to, I'm gonna get 6 red mana, and I'm gonna exile the top 3.
Man Tower.
Plains. Spectator seating.
Yes! And you already
Rough.
played your land
Yeah,
for turn.
big
Rough.
mistake. Okay.
Yeah. You got 6 mana. Don't spend
Okay.
it all in one place.
Well, he has to now.
All right, that happens. That happens. We can recover. Not emotionally, but we're gonna spend 4 of the red for an unwinding clock,
Oh, okay.
which untaps all artifacts I control during each player's untap step. We're gonna spend 2 of it, the rest of it, for a liquimetal torque.
So that one second ability can make target permanent an artifact?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna actually use Osgir, and I'm gonna pay 0 and tap it, and I'm gonna exile the Mishra's Bauble to make 2 Mishra's Baubles. All right, I now have 2 Mishra's Baubles. I'm gonna spend my other 3. I'm gonna play a Scrap Trawler. So this is an interesting card. It's a 3/2. Whenever Scrap Trawler or another artifact I control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return to your hand target artifact card in your graveyard with lesser mana value. I'm now going to crack 1 Bauble to look at CGB's top card.
Okay.
You're playing blue. That's a magic card.
Is it good?
It's not bad.
Am I going to like it?
Yep. And
Feels
then I'm
really
going to do the
loyal.
same to Ben.
Oh, me.
Ben, I want to see the top card of your deck.
Okay. I would too.
Yeah, well, you're going to learn.
Cool. I like that.
And then these go to exile. Wow, feels real sad
Awesome.
to misplay. All right. And go ahead, buddy. I will draw for Monarch
Untap.
together.
Upkeep.
We'll draw 2 cards.
I'll draw 1 card. Feel scammed. I feel scammed this turn.
Weak.
I feel like the value engines are already firing up over there. So I am going to cast Hostage Taker. 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, exile a creature or artifact until this leaves the battlefield. As long as it remains exiled, I can cast that card and I can spend mana as though it were any color. I am going to target the Unwinding Clock. I want to slow that down.
I will respond to the hostage trigger, and I'm going to use Liquid Metal Torque from Osgir, and I'm going to sacrifice the Unwinding Clock. And I'm going to give Osgir +2/+0.
Yep, that works, but it's off the battlefield at least.
Yeah.
At least for a minute. Blake, Monarch, Lord Blake, I will attack you with the Scarab God.
Yep, I didn't give Scrap Trawler +2/+0 because I'm trying to keep on your good side so you can become the Monarch and be nice to me in the future.
That sounds like something somebody who forgot it would say.
No. Can you lean a little? God, you have a tiny head too.
Kings don't lean.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Gotta stay very still and
Yes.
really need to have some
Fits better if you wear a hat.
poise. Okay, poise. Think kingly. Poise posture. All right. I'm going to play a tapped Path of Ancestry, and I am going to move to my end step where I'll draw for the Monarch, and I'm done.
We're tapping for Go-shintai of Life's Origin. That will trigger my Verduran Enchantress, so I'll draw a card. So when Go-shintai enters, I make a 1/1 shrine. Okay, well I don't think I really have any good attacks, so I think I will just move to end step. Pass to you, Ben.
I have an upkeep trigger, but it's a May ability, and I have no lands in my hand. Unfortunately. I'll draw for turn. I will first play a Lotus Petal. I will tap the Arcane Signet for a Mana Vault.
That's what I saw.
I'm going to tap 3 in the Mana Vault to get out my commander, Yarok the Desecrated. So I'll use that floating, this one, and this one, to play Disciple of Bolas.
Ooh.
I'm going to be a crazy person and sacrifice both of the creatures just to get the value.
Oh, good lord, because you get 2 triggers, right?
Right.
So what does Disciple Bolus do?
Oh yeah, when it enters the battlefield, sacrifice another creature. You gain X life and draw X cards, where X is that creature's power. And then I'll also draw a card off Solemn when it dies.
So you're drawing 6 cards and gaining 5 life?
Yes.
Let's go!
Wow.
Also, I'm jealous.
Or no. I'm drawing 6 cards of Shadow Spear. Yeah. 7 because of Solemn.
Yes,
Jeez.
yes.
And you're gaining 6 life because power is 3 for your
right.
commander and 3 for someone.
Yes. I will play my land for turn, which is a Dimir Aqueduct, and I will bounce the swamp back to my hand, but it will untap because of Amulet of Vigor. I will tap it for 2 and sacrifice a Lotus Petal to play Nissa Vastwood Seer.
Cool.
When it enters the battlefield, no double trigger here because I sacrificed. But I will reveal, or search for a basic forest card, reveal it, and put it in my hand, then shuffle. All right, there's my basic force. It goes to hand. And then I am done.
Now, CGB, you may think I should get an Unwinding Clock, and you are right. But there's actually a question I've been wanting to ask you since I met you. And I think it's time we finally did this. I'm going to play a mountain. I'm going to spend 2, 3, 4. CGB, will you marry me?
It's for the money, isn't it?
I'm marrying into the family.
Wedding ring?
Oh, man.
Oh, Pog,
Ooh.
yes.
He said yes! He said yes!
1,000 times yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
But could you please be a little quieter? You yell so often. It's really going to add a lot of stress to the household.
Okay.
Just a little, just for me.
Anything for you, honey. Is the ring made of hearts?
Yeah, that's.
It's about time.
I'm not going to wear it in public, to be honest.
It's okay. I told myself I'd be fine with it.
Can we get a read on Wedding Ring?
Yeah. So when Wedding Ring enters battlefield, I give an opponent a copy of this Wedding Ring. And what it says is whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wedding Ring draws a card during their turn, you draw a card. And the same goes for life on your turn. So if I draw on my turn, CGB draws, and vice versa. Same with life. Okay, I'm going to pay a red. I'm going to cast Faithless Looting.
Nice.
Draw 2. You get to draw.
I get to draw 2,
I
but
know.
I don't have to discard?
We're in a healthy relationship.
Your sequencing was just beautiful, might I say.
I'm trying to be nice.
Oh my goodness.
Discard Mirrorworks, and I put this card in my deck for character growth, but I'm going to discard Smothering Tithe.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I will attack CGB with my 4/4 and my 3/2 because I'd rather take the Monarch. I don't need Scrap Trawler.
All right. What artifacts are in your graveyard that the Scrap Trawler could
none.
return? Nothing that it could return right now? I'll block the Scrap Trawler with the Hostage Taker because I kind of want it in the graveyard.
That's fair.
All right.
Now give me that.
Okay. Sure, honey, you can borrow it.
Wow.
And then move to my end step, where I will draw a card.
Me too, baby.
I know.
All right.
I love this. Do you guys like this?
No. Get divorced already.
Never. Go ahead, CGB.
Untap. Upkeep. Actually, during my upkeep, I gotta give you proper motivation to betray me later. I'm going to use the Scarab God, targeting the Hostage Taker in my graveyard. I'm going to target the Wedding Ring. This is going to get exiled and come back as a 4/4 zombie. Upkeep trigger. Everybody lose 1 life, and I scry 1.
I'm about to feel my wrath, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Scry to the bottom. Draw for turn. Just for me.
You were always selfish.
I'll move to combat. Scarab God will attack my former partner, Blake, for 5. Commander.
I feel bad for Gina. Is this what it's like being married to CGB?
Being married to me is more like Gina running me over with various cats, hamsters, and other creatures of the forest.
That's fair.
So, come on. Dude, why you gotta be so dramatic?
Wow.
Pointy. So pointy.
It's not too comfy.
I feel like you're not used to the crown.
Heavy is my head right now.
Yeah, heavy
but-
is that crown. Head. So where's the crown?
I'm going to move to my end step. I'm going to draw a card for being the monarch, your monarch. And I'm going to discard 2 hand size. I'm going to discard a swamp. Go ahead, Shay.
Okay. Untap. Draw. All right. Well, with things getting wacky over here.
Don't talk about it.
We just
We're not there yet.
We've got our own issues we need to work on.
They were
Should we go
married
to-
for 40 years and a half a turn cycle, pretty much.
I know. I was going to say, it usually takes
We laughed.
years to build up that kind of resentment.
We laughed, we cried, and now I'm crying.
I think anybody who was paying close attention knew how this would end.
Fair enough.
I leave myself open. My
Anyway,
heart.
with this kind of wackiness going on, and Wooburg represented here. Think
Let's
of
go! That's sick.
Dun, 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 dun.
John Cena.
So, Destiny Spinner, that says creatures and enchantments can't be countered? That's a problem.
Yeah.
Haha.
Also, I have a Thought Vessel in play. I have no maximum hand size. I did not need to discard this swamp. I'm just going to put it back.
Sounds good. I've got an Enchantress trigger.
Yep.
I'll draw. And then I did have a shrine enter, so I will make another 1/1 shrine from Go-shintai.
Yep.
Woo! Yeah, we're playing it cool. I'll just go to end step, pass to Ben.
What?
Counted. 2 turn cycles Shay didn't attack.
Oh, man. Shay's definitely a new her. I'm not me.
Well, Ben, you have the most mana and stuff on the board, so it's a new you, too. Let's
Well,
go.
yeah, I have both this time. Whoa. I will lose 1 life from the Mana Vault. Oh, I will play a Forest from my Court of Bounty upkeep trigger. Because I have 7 lands, my Nissa will now transform. Ba, 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 ba. I don't actually know.
No, that's beautiful.
Nissa Sage Animist. I'm gonna do something really fun, guys.
Let's go.
I'll tap 7 and I'll cast Seagate Restoration.
Oh!
You're looking
I have,
pretty
I have
handsome over
6
there.
cards in my hand.
I
right
wish
now.
I married Ben.
Yeah, right?
I was just gonna say,
Oh, they're
you
jealous.
single, dude?
Does it resolve, though?
No,
No? Dang it.
but yes, it does.
Oh.
Because I'm afraid of a Mindslaver.
Oh, okay.
I don't have nearly enough mana.
So I'm going to draw 6 plus 1, which is 7. I will +1 Nissa, going to 4. Reveal the top card of my library. If it's a land, I put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, I put it in my hand.
Is it reveal?
Oh, it is reveal. It is an emergent ultimatum.
Oh, that goes in your hand.
Oh, it does. Oh, geez, I just read it. Oh, okay.
Emergent ultimatum into your hand.
Yeah, no problem.
That's often a game-ending card right there.
Yeah. So I'll play a Mana Crypt.
Oh my,
My land for turn will be an Ancient Tomb.
that's a lot of mana.
Yeah. I am going to tap these 2, making 4 colorless. I will play 1 as a Lightning Greaves. I'll tap the Yavimaya Hollow for a 3rd colorless for a Zagath Triumph.
That's not a Triumph, right?
Oh, Crystal, sorry. I always get those confused for some reason.
All right, you have to take 2 from your Ancient Tomb.
Yes. Then I'll just equip the Lightning Greaves to my only creature, my little 2/1. And then I will pass to blank.
Wow.
That was a turn.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know what's better, all of that or Sanctum of All.
Sanctum. CGB, I
Yeah?
proposed to you because we both thought our decks were weaker than the others. And
Yeah.
you took my love and you dashed it against the rocks.
Have you heard the story of the scorpion and the frog?
No.
Basically, the moral of the story is that even if the scorpion, when the frog gives the scorpion a ride and the scorpion says, give me a ride, the frog says, well, no, you'll just sting me. And Scorpion says, I won't sting you. So then he's like, oh, okay. Well, since you promised. So starts giving him a ride. Then the scorpion stings him and they both start drowning and die, and they're going to die. And so the frog's like, why did you sting me? You said you wouldn't. And Scorpion says, because I'm a scorpion. I'm the scorpion. You're the frog. We might both drown, but you shouldn't have expected me to change.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
I'm going to spend 2, and I'm going to play a Goblin Engineer.
What do you think you're going to get? Before
Is this
it
not
resolves.
resolved? Okay.
Yeah, before it resolves. What do you think
I
you're
think
going
I'm
to
going to
get?
get Mindslaver, and you're not going to counter because he's got an Emergent Ultimatum.
Counterspell.
You're such a scorpion, dude.
Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane.
I'm going to make sure we
It's a
both drown this
scorpion.
game.
It's a scorpion song.
Nice.
Playing an Underpowered, I'm actually so fucking tilted. Just trying to play the goddamn game. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, and using Osgir, and I'm going to get back an Unwinding Clock, which is going to copy and make me 2 of them.
Yep.
Then I'll pass.
Upkeep. I'm going to scry 1. Everybody lose 1. I'll keep that on top. Tap 5. And I'm going to cast Gilded Lotus. So, artifact taps for 3 mana of any color.
I can't let this stand.
You're going to mess with the Gilded Lotus? I need it, or I can't stop the Emergent Ultimatum.
Fine.
All right, things are definitely getting crazy over there. So, Ben, I am going to... Hi. Let's see. You have a Lightning Greave 2/1, but that's your only creature.
That is it, yes.
Okay.
For creatures, yeah.
I'm going to attack Nissa with the 4/4 Hostage Taker and the 5/5 Scarab God.
Only Nissa? For both?
Yep, both are attacking Nissa.
Okay, Nissa's dead.
All right. I'm going to move to end step. I'm going to draw because I'm still wearing this crown. And I'm past to Shay.
Okay, untap. My upkeep, I have a Sanctum of All trigger. Searching my library for a shrine card and putting it onto the battlefield. So I grabbed Sanctum of Stonefangs.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so it says at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. Yep, so Sanctum enters. That's going to be a Go-shintai trigger, giving me another shrine. So we are now in my pre-combat main phase. So that's going to be Sanctum of Stonefang's trigger. Each opponent loses X life, and I gain X life. So I have 6 shrines, but the trigger will happen twice because of Sanctum of All.
So
Ew.
what happens to us?
So that'll be everybody losing 12 life, and I will gain 12 life.
Yay!
Ew. No.
Okay.
Yay!
Whee! All right, that happened. Then I will tap 4 for Go-shintai of Shared Purpose. It's a 1/3 vigilant. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token for each shrine you control. Okay, so I've got 2 triggers when Go-shintai of Shared Purpose enters. First, I'm going to do the Enchantress, which allows me to draw a card. And then Go-shintai of Life's Origin is also triggering, which is going to give me 2 new shrine cuties. I will also use my Plaza of Heroes, and it is a legendary spell, so it can be a mana of any color. I'll make it white to cast Sanctum of Tranquil Light. It has a 6 mana ability, tap target creature. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each shrine you control. And my triggers. First we'll do my Enchantress, drawing a card, and then that's going to be 2 more shrines off of Go-shintai. Thank you. I think that's all the things. I suppose I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to swing my Destiny Spinner and Go-shintai at Ben.
He looked right at me and I was like, no!
I'll take 5.
Sounds good. Moving to my end step, I'm going to pay 1 for the Go-shintai of Shared Purpose ability to create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token for every shrine I control.
So it's 12 1/1 spirits.
Yep,
Yes.
no flying.
Now I'm passing the turn.
Okay, I'll take 1 from the Mana Vault.
Oh, you're dead, dude.
I will play a land from my Court of Bounty, which will be Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. I will also roll for Mana Crypt. Odds is damage. It's a 2. I'm tapping 7 to play Emergent Ultimatum, or cast, I suppose.
Blake, any response?
Pass priority.
Ben, let's talk.
What's up?
What are you going
Shay's
to...
getting scary. I want to kill her.
You want to kill her?
Can you kill her?
Can you kill her?
Well, I mean...
Can you kill her, or were you just getting a good board stay where you
Hold
kill
on.
us?
Read me this card.
Okay, search your library for up to 3 mono-colored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of those cards, shuffle that card into your library. You may cast the other cards without paying their mana cost and exile Emergent Ultimatum.
All right, first things first. Who are you going to choose? If it resolves.
To pick?
Yeah, who are you going to choose if it resolves?
I don't feel like Shay is the best option. I just said I want to kill her.
I agree.
And I feel like Blake would kind of do a dirtle pick.
A turtle pick. What does
Maybe.
that even
I don't even
mean?
know.
I don't know. But
Really taking a beat
I
in this
would
game.
probably choose you.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what do you expect to get? Do you have you already made up your mind? What do you have in? Because what's in there?
I
What can actually do
build up
something?
my defenses first, and then I'll for sure kill Shay.
That doesn't help me. Then help me help
Okay.
you.
Sure.
Ben, help.
I can deal with Shay
Here,
if
I've got a deal.
so-
I've got a deal for you, Ben. If that resolves, I get to pick the cards.
Deal. that is a deal.
That was a quick agree.
I just
Dude, he
wanted
could
to
pick, like-
resolve.
You could pick like counterspell.
No, I mean, I'm definitely going to pick. I need to solve these problems. I'm definitely going to pick things that help solve these problems.
Yeah. See, I trust his judgment.
Okay.
Here you go,
that's
King.
That's awesome. I have never gotten
It
to
is
both.
exiled.
Game is cursed.
I have never been allowed to choose
Yeah.
and that for Emergent Ultimatum and then choose the card that goes back in. I am so stoked right now. All right, I picked Avenger of Zendikar.
Nice. Good
Okay.
choice.
I picked Massacre Worm,
Nice.
and I picked Quicksilver Gargantuan.
Oh, that one's fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
read that one for the
Yeah,
people.
you may have Quicksilver Gargantuan enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's still 7/7.
So you're going to shuffle this Avenger back in,
Sure.
And Massacre Worm's going to enter, and this is going to
Nice.
enter as a copy of Massacre Worm.
Nice. I like it. Wow. Okay, bye, vendor. I'll see you later, or maybe not.
No.
So there's Massacre Worm for free.
Resolves -2/-2 to all creatures, and controller loses 2 life.
Shay, how many creatures you got there?
19, 20.
So you take 40.
You take 40 damage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Super
okay.
cool.
Super cool.
I'm not worried.
Now I'll have Quicksilver Gargantuan enter the battlefield, and it will copy Massacre Worm.
Ah, big surprise.
Okay, so that kills Osgir.
That also kills the hostage taker, and I lose 4 because there's now 2 Massacre
Yep,
Worms.
I
and
also
so
lose
do you.
4.
And that will kill my 3 remaining creatures, which means I will lose 6 life
8.
and pass away.
Good night.
I'm dead.
Ooh.
You got me, Ben.
Well, I did it.
Shouldn't
did
have had
kill
such a good
Shay.
board state.
He did it.
Yeah, he did it.
Anyway, my hostage taker just died, which means the wedding ring re-enters the
Oh, that's
battlefield.
not good.
So, the wedding ring re-enters the battlefield, puts a trigger on the stack to give somebody a wedding ring. I'm going to spend 2 and use Steronic Resonator to copy that.
Ooh.
Gentlemen,
Yo.
I would request both of you to marry me.
But you're already you're now married again, right?
You're married to me twice?
Yeah, because
I
he
got
still
2
has
rings.
his token.
Well, that's because he loves me twice as much.
Oh
Wow.
wow! What
As
is this
Beyonce said.
competition?
If you like it, put a ring on it, gentlemen.
There you go.
This is what I've wanted
is
the
gonna
whole
be
time. I wanted
crazy.
Shay to be gone and the boys to get married.
That's rude.
sorry, Shay.
Well,
Something tells me Shay doesn't feel like she's missing much yet.
No, Shay's glad to be gone.
I'm happy right now.
It's still Ben's
It is
main
still Ben's
phase.
still my main phase. Yes. I'll tap 2 for a Great Henge. little
Casual.
casual Great Henge there.
Casual
'Cause it's
2-mana
total
Great Henge.
power.
Yeah, because he's got a 7/7.
That's
No.
pretty good.
Tap 1, 2, 3. Tap 3 for a Thassa, God of the Sea.
All right,
Which is-
so that is an enchantment. And how much devotion does it require?
5. I only have 3.
Actually, this isn't blue. Like, this
Oh,
is
right.
a copy of
It's a
Massacre
okay,
Worm.
1.
All right, so that's not going to trigger Great Henge when it enters.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. At the beginning of my upkeep, I can scry 1 though, and for blue and 1, I get a target creature I control can't be blocked this turn. I will equip the Lightning Greaves to the larger Massacre Worm.
Nice.
Okay, I will swing 7 at CGB.
Wouldn't that
7?
be 9? Because that's a 7.
9. I'm sorry.
The math does not check out.
No.
Not exactly. You're swinging 9 at me, huh?
Yes.
I'll take the 9.
Okay. Your turn, Blake.
Oh, by the way, Ben,
Ah,
get
yes.
this thing
yes.
off my head. King Ben returns.
Yes, I draw a card in my end step.
Which means,
You
We
all
both draw a card.
well,
you draw
I'm,
2.
I'm a little more special than the rest, so I draw 2.
Go
Still
ahead,
you?
peasant, who I'm married to.
I'm taking
sure
a
you were
beating
gonna
this
say
game. Not in the game.
Oh no, I was no. My kingship comes over my marriages.
You know what they say? Play Osgir.
Play
Is that what
Osgir.
they do?
And then, I'm going to tap 2. I'm going to play an Everflowing Chalice for 1. And I'm going to move to my end step.
On the end step, I will use Scarab God to reanimate Solemn Simulacrum and set search for a basic. I will, on upkeep, each of you will lose 1 life and I will scry 1. Put that to the bottom. All right. I will draw for turn. Go ahead, boys.
Silver
thanks.
bells.
We're going to use Gilded Lotus and Thought Vessel to cast this Ravenous Chupacabra. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls. I am going to target this Massacre Worm that's untapped.
That dies.
to the graveyard with it.
Ooh.
All right, Monarch Ben.
Hello.
Hi, I am going to attack you for 5 with the Scarab God.
Yep. Okay.
I married a throuple so that they could fight amongst themselves, and I don't have to fight with them all the time.
I will become the Monarch. I'll move to end step and draw a card, which, guys... Yep. You guys both get to draw because of the wedding rings. Now I'm done.
At your end step, I'll tap my Great Henge for 2 life, because that's a big deal now.
And since it's not your turn, we don't gain the life.
Yeah, I'll lose 1 from the Mana Vault. Then I'll roll for Mana Crypt again. Jeez, I don't...
Die.
I'm getting
You're
scared
dead.
of this.
Yes.
Odds, damage.
I mean, I'm sorry, husband.
Oh, man. Get out of here. I will scry from Thassa Sea, God of the Sea. Yeah, I'll keep that on top.
You have a bounty trigger.
I'll put a Vesuva on the battlefield. It enters tapped. It will become a copy of the Ancient Tomb. No, the Demir Aqueduct.
Yep,
actually.
it'll become a Demir Aqueduct.
And then it will untap because of Amulet of Vigor.
You do have to
You
return a land
bounce
to your
away.
hand.
Yep.
I will tap this forest to float. I guess
Float a green? Sure.
yeah, and then I'll return it to my hand.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll draw for turn.
Yeah, it's good to be married. I'll draw 2.
It's great.
I'm tapping 7 to bring out my commander.
Ooh.
Yarok.
Any responses?
Nope.
Okay. No responses here. So when it enters, you are going to get +1/+1 counter and draw 2.
Oh.
I think it's 2. Is it 2 +1/+1 counters then?
Or a non-creature and his man put a 1/1 counter and draw. Yeah, I'd draw 2 and
yeah,
put
if it
2
triggers
counters.
twice, it's 2
Yeah.
counters.
Wow. Okay.
All right, 2 +1/+1 counters. You draw
And then
2.
I draw 2. You guys draw.
I draw 4.
You draw 4. Jesus.
Freaking cards.
Woo. Okay.
It's getting weird.
It's getting weird.
It is getting very weird. I will tap my Ancient Tomb for a green. And I'll tap my Arcane Signet for a green. So I'll tap 3, all green. I will play a Reclamation Sage.
Oh, triggers.
Entering, yeah. So we'll get 2 counters.
And I draw 4 cards.
2.
Or I draw 4.
Yeah,
You,
I will draw 2.
Yep. Like we'll draw 2. I will draw 4. And you get 2 targets for the Reclamation Sage.
You know what? Like I really enjoy our marriage. I feel like CGB
He's
is
the odd
kind of
man
being
out,
What?
kind of being
What are you
rude
talking
over
about?
here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy both of your wedding rings.
My wedding rings.
Yeah. We're really the married couple.
Okay.
Get the king off his throne.
Yeah.
Really?
Get him, dude.
Really? It's like that, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got plenty. I'm doing fine. These are dead. I didn't want to be married to you two anyway.
Classic.
Glad we got out of that.
Yeah, right. Tap the Great Henge and my Mana Crypt for 4 mana. I'll gain 2 from the Great Henge.
And I will gain 2 as well.
And I will play Nylea Keened Eye, who is a creature, because I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Devotion. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. 3 are revealed the top card. If it's a creature, I put it in my hand. Otherwise, I put it in my graveyard. It's a 5/6. Indestructible.
So with that on the stack.
Okay,
then-
okay. Yes,
Yes.
yeah. What's up? I don't like that wording you just chose.
Really?
Yeah, I really.
Well, you
did.
blew up the wedding ring, so I'm not
I
very
did, yeah.
I'm not very incentivized to let this continue.
Sure.
All right. With that on the stack, Ben, I'm going to play Sublime Epiphany. I am going to counter the Nylea. I am going to return your wedding ring to your hand.
No.
Yeah, that's right. I'm breaking up your marriage now.
No.
I am going to create a token that's a copy of my Ravenous Chupacabra, and I'm going to draw a card.
Okay. Yep.
All that resolves?
Yep.
Okay. The wedding is off, gentlemen. And now Blake stands alone.
I knew this would end this way.
So my Ravenous Chupacabra copy is going to destroy Yarok the Desecrated.
Okay. I will tap 4. My last 4 mana of this turn. And play a Neverill's Disc, which enters tapped, but because of Amulet of Vigor, it will untap.
Do you have one more mana?
I do not have one more mana.
Thank goodness.
That destroys all non-land permanents except for Planeswalkers.
Yep.
Oh.
Artifacts, creatures, and enchantments.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, it would blow up one of your lands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, save from that for a turn.
I will equip the Lightning Greaves to my Reclamation Sage.
Okay.
I think I should keep up some blockers.
Okay. Do you want to move the Greaves back to the better creature?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'm going to pass it back through combat and move it back. And then, Blake, have a fun turn, buddy.
Thank you. All right. The end of your turn, I'm going to use Osgir to sacrifice my Liquid Metal Torque.
Okay.
To give him +2/+0.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2. And I'm going to use Osgir to return Liquid Metal Torque to the battlefield, 2 of them. However, I'm going to spend 2 mana and use the Steronic Resonator to double that. So I'm going to get 4 Liquid Metal Torques.
4 Liquid Metal Torques. Okay.
Liquid Metal Forks. Okay, and then I'm going to spend 1 red, and I'm going to float 1 colorless by tapping all 4 of these. Ready, Scrap Savant.
Okay. What's the? I need
+2
the whole what that
Yep.
does. Yeah.
+2, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. -2, sack an artifact. If you do, return target artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'm going to spend 3. I'm going to spend actually 2 and use the final colorless floating that I had. And I'm going to flash back Faithless Looting.
Oh, hey. I don't get to draw this time.
Draw 2. I'm going to discard Phyrexian Triniform. And I'm going to discard a Sculpting Steel. I'm then going to minus Duretti. It's time for this wedding to end. I'm going to sacrifice my wedding ring. And I'm going to get back the Phyrexian Triniform.
I don't know what that.
That is a 9/9 that dies into 3 3/3 golems. And then to coup de grace, your ass, I'm going to spend 2. And I'm going to cast a Darksteel Mutation on, on the Scarab God.
Okay.
A Darksteel Mutation.
Ooh.
Ouch.
So that makes this an insect with 0/1, and it loses all its other abilities, creatures, and types. That's pretty mean. That's pretty mean. What did I ever do to you?
Froggy fights back.
Ribbit, dude. And on that, I'm going to move to my end step and have just enough cards that I have to discard to hand size. And I'm going to discard a Dig Site Engineer. Go ahead, CGB.
Oh, I have a quick end step thing.
Sure thing, pal.
I actually need to do it in response to the Darksteel Mutation.
Okay.
Oh wait, this is still legendary even after it's, because it loses abilities and it's an insect, but it's still
It does
legendary.
lose card types, yep.
It loses all their abilities, creature, card types. Oh, okay. So I have to respond to the Darksteel Mutation.
Sure.
Sorry. I'm going to channel Takanuma Abandoned Mire, and I have no creatures in my graveyard. So if I flip a creature, it comes to my or a planeswalker, it goes in my hand. So we got a Talisman, a Demonic Tutor, and a Plague Crafter that I return to my hand. Untap.
And I will untap my artifacts with you, pal.
I will not get to use my Scarab God's ability because it lost that. All right, I'm going to play a Phyrexian Tower as my land for turn. I'm going to cast black and colorless. I'm going to cast a Feed the Swarm on Darksteel Mutation to destroy this enchantment that you control, Blake.
Yep. And you'll lose 2 life then?
Yep, I lose 2 life. I'm going to use 3 mana to cast a Sword of Feast and Famine. I'm going to sacrifice my Ravenous Chupacabra to my Phyrexian Tower to make 2 black mana and equip Sword of Feast of Famine to the Scarab God. I also lose 2 life to the Massacre Worm.
Yeah.
Go for it all, they say, right?
Yeah.
I'll cast Army of the Damned. I'm going to make 13 2/2 black zombie creature tokens.
Ooh.
I'll move to combat.
Yep.
I will attack Ben with a Sword of Feast of Famine equipped Scarab God. As protection from black and green, this is a black creature because it's a copy of Massacre Worm.
Bummer.
So 7 is coming at you.
Okay, I'll take 7.
No, you won't.
What?
Never forget the marriage. I'm gonna Swords to Plowshares your commander.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, it's lovely.
Husband. What's up? Oh,
It's hubby.
All right.
okay.
That resolves. I gain 7. All right, second main, I'm done.
Let's get rid of the pain first. I'll take 1 from the Mana Vault. I will roll for the Mana Crypt. That's safe. That's a 2. I am not the Monarch.
Oh, I didn't draw.
Oh, yes. So, oh, yeah.
Good, continue.
For my land from Court of Bounty will be a Cabal Coffers.
Nice.
Notice that Urborg sitting over there.
Okay.
And I will scry 1 from Thassa. I will bottom that. We'll tap 5 to play the Mimeoplasm. It enters a battlefield. You may exile 2 creature cards from graveyards. If you do, it enters the battlefield as a copy of one of those cards, and number of additional 1/1 counters on it from the power of the other card.
The Scarab God could have helped with this.
Yep, it sure could have. I'm gonna choose the Massacre Worm creature, and I'll put 5 1/1 counters on it from Nylea. So it's a 11-5 or 11-10
Let's
Massacre
go,
Worm.
dude.
Well, I am going to take $456. No, a little more.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
at least-
Shay, I'm coming to join you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
And separate triggers, so yeah, we'll just stop at 0. Here, Ben, you can have this exiled.
Oh, thanks.
That's an exiled
Okay.
Solemn Simulacrum I was
Exiled
using for the
Solemn.
token.
Man.
Okay, Blake. I will move to equip my Lightning Greaves to my Mimeoplasm. Hi, Blake.
What's up, dude?
What's up? So it actually got another counter from the Great Henge, and I also draw a card.
Who becomes the monarch when I die?
Nobody.
No.
Oh, the monarch is done?
Yeah.
But I really want somebody to take this.
Okay, Blake.
That's painful.
We got a 7/7, a 2/1, a 4/3, and a 12/11. Coming at you.
It seems pretty bad. You're also going to take 4 if a creature of yours dies.
Yeah.
That's the big problem. Wow. Well, unfortunately, because of double Massacre Worm, even if I sacked this, made a bunch of golems, and blocked with them, I'd still die. So, Ben, you did it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good game.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Ben.
Good game.
Wow.
Wow.
Boy, the boy marriage, it ends with Ben standing tall.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Maybe I made his Emergent Ultimatum too good.
It's
Maybe,
so
yeah.
gross.
It kind of came back
Yeah.
to get me.
Yeah.
I used it to kill Shay, but it definitely came back to get me.
And me.
I definitely, as an agent of chaos, killed others and myself. All right,
Okay.
we're going to pick out our cards of the game. And we are back for the post-game wraps. And the card of the game brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. Use the promo code WORST at checkout. You get a discount and you show your support for the show. So, my card of the game is the Scarab God. I know it's cheating to use your commander, but I had a lot of fun actually playing this version of the Scarab God, kind of more value-based, but with a little bit of zombie synergy. So a big shout out to Disco, the patron who asked me to play this particular card. Very cool. The card of the game that I have flipped here is actually going to surprise you. It's Windfall. And you're probably looking around like, that didn't happen. Well, I was setting up this really sick line with the double wedding rings and you guys each having a wedding ring, I was lining something up to make you guys draw like all of us were going to draw like 70 some cards, which was probably going to lead to a draw for the three married boys.
Yes.
But then somebody with a reclamation sage ruined it. Ruined the line.
It's been ruined.
I just had to divorce them.
Yep.
I want them all to myself.
So
Yep, it been ruined. So that was almost epic. Speaking of almost epic, give her one more turn of the table, and I think a lot of damage would have been dealt. Shay, card of the game.
My card of the game was Sanctum of All. Talk about a powerful card. I was so excited because it was in my opening hand. I was like, yes, I get to play it, and I did, and it stuck with me all the way until the end. It wasn't enough to fully get me there, but if I would have lived, another turn, I think it would have been pretty good.
I think if there's one problem with Sanctum of All, it makes you the target.
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, Ben, the champion of this particular battle.
Yes.
What is your card of the game?
Well, no surprise. I think it had to be Massacre Worm. I mean, it killed one opponent, it killed another opponent, and the third opponent couldn't block because of the Massacre Worm, or if he did, he would die too.
Who got that Massacre Worm?
Yeah,
I've never had the
Oh,
great...
yeah, right.
who got 2 Massacre Worms?
I'm glad
on the
I
battlefield?
knew I had that in my deck. Wow, thanks, CGB.
I mean,
that was a great pick.
Emergent Ultimatum for 2 Massacre Worms seemed really good at the time, and if I had foreseen that my zombie army of the damned would have gone down in such epic fashion, I may have made a change, but alas. My Scarab God gave up its amazing-looking scythe sword for some plowshares, and that was all she wrote. And the former husband of mine who did that, Blake, what is your card of the game?
My card of the game was Wedding Ring. I just want to show my friends some love, and CGB sent back so much hate, but Ben, handsome Ben, he gave me all the love I needed. So, CGB, you're done.
Scorpion got scorpion, bro.
I get it.
You married who you married. You think you can change me?
I thought I could.
Well, maybe next week you should try it again on the Worst Possible Commander Show. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, guys. That's the #1 way to support the show. We really appreciate it. So on behalf of my friends, Shay and Ben, and my former husband, Blake, you're cool.